Hello everyone, welcome to Unacademy live NTA-UGC NET. Can you please confirm me whether audio, video and slide everything is clear or not? I think it is visible properly. There was a technical glitch and there is a technical glitch which is going on in the Unacademy platform. So we were not able to conduct the class at 5 p.m. as per the schedule. When I entered into the class, there is a glitch which is still there. So it's better without wasting a time, I shifted a class to YouTube. Now we'll go through with the YouTube session in this. Alright guys, I hope everybody got notified with the shifting of the class from Unacademy free platform to here. So here, daily at 5 p.m. I am taking a free live session at Unacademy free platform, and 9 p.m. in the YouTube live I am taking. So 5 p.m. From yesterday we started practicing the Indian logic and logical reasoning previous year questions. Now today also part number 2, which is a continuation of yesterday 5 p.m. session, will be continued now. So in order to access to daily free live session, use the invite code Shiva Live to unlock the free live session and go through with the simple steps which are there. And there is a paper 1 batch course which is going on for the entire all the 10 units, and paper 1 total 10 units by me and paper 2 total 10 units by me. You can cover it on Unacademy Plus platform. By using the referral code Shiva Live, you will get 10% off on the subscription. Very soon Unacademy price is going to be increased 20%. So in order to access to previous year question batch course which is going to start very soon, are the revision courses which will be starting. So for everything you can take the Unacademy Plus subscription. All educators of paper 1 and paper 2 you will get it, and PDFs of both papers, mock test and practice test. Mainly my chart wise revision PDF you are going to get it at Unacademy Plus platform. So guys, use the invite code Shiva Live and get the Unacademy Plus subscription. Question number 1 of this session. Kindly do hit a like button if you like this session. Alright. Good evening. Yes, I think now onwards there will not be any problem in seeing the fourth option. We have tried to put the setting as it is. So let's see whether it will work or not. The type of Aristotelian syllogism and technical names in Nyaya philosophy. Good evening everyone. Hello. Namaste. So answer for this question is option number 1 is the correct answer. So 1 is the correct answer, that is Socrates' mortal is a pratijna. We know one technique called as an pun. Pratijna, hetu, udaran, upanaya, nigamana. This is the total technique of the pun. So Socrates mortal pratijna, and because he is a man which is hetu, whoever is a man is a mortal, is a Pythagoras which is an udaran. So next Socrates is a man which is invariably mortal, upanaya, and conclusion which is a nigamana. The pun technique which we need to follow again. So pratijna, hetu, udaran, upanaya, nigamana. Next question. If there is a contestation between Shruti and Smriti, Shruti prevails over the Smriti. Shruti represents the philosophical aspect of Vedas and Upanishads, whilst Smriti is an application of the philosophical of ideas. Kindly do hit a like button and match with the class members and the likes. If you dislike the session, please do hit a dislike button also. Hello. So option 1 is the correct answer. Both are correct and R is the correct explanation. Let me explain what is Shruti, what is Smriti. Shruti and Smriti, 2 words are there. Shruti is usually used in the Vedas, that is Vedic Samhitas, which is 4. Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samveda, Atharveda, and Brahmanas and Aranyakas and Upanishads were using. In the statement number 1, what they were saying by, in the statement number 1, they have clearly stated if there is a contestation between the Shruti and Smriti, Shruti prevails over the Smriti. Because Shruti represent the philosophical aspects of Vedas. Just now done. Vedas and Upanishad. Yes, it is as part of the Vedas and Upanishad. Rig Veda, Yajurved, Samved, Atharved. And Smriti is Vedanga. 6 branches of learning needed to understand the Vedas. That is Upveda and Dharmashastras, epics and Puranas, Stotras, Darshanas. So always when we compare this both, Smriti will be prevailing over the Smriti. That is, Vedas will be winning over the Vedangas. Vedas will be winning over the Vedangas, which is 6 Vedangas will be the 6 branches. Upvedas and epics, Darshanas, Dharmashastras, Puranas, Stotras and Darshanas. Next. Nirvana, Nisresa, Apavarga, Moksha. Slide is clearly visible, na? Total bottom and top all are clear. Side is no problem from the beginning, but only top and bottom are having a problem. Now there is no issue, I believe. So option 1 is the given answer, which is Nirvana is related to Buddhism and Nisresa is related to Upanishads and Apvarga is related to Jainism. Moksha is a Sankhya philosophy. You can look at, there are 4 noble truths contain the essence of Buddha teaching, which is in the Buddhism, Nirvana is a part of the Buddhism, which is Buddhist tradition. The truth of suffering. In the Buddhism, there are 4 noble truths. The truth of suffering, dukkha. The truth of origin of suffering, which is samudaya. And the truth of cessation of the suffering, which is nirodha. And the truth of the path, the cessation of a suffering, is magga. These are the 4 noble truths as per the Buddhism. And Nidhyasana is a self-conformity with a principle of yoga. And according to the Sankhya philosophy, life in this world is full of suffering. So Sankhya philosophy they have given, which is moksha. Sankhya philosophy, which is moksha. Moksha is the ultimate liberation of everybody's life. Liberation that one can achieve. Next. Dukkha, Samudaya, Nirodha, Magga. Correct. In the statement, the hill has a smoke because it has a fire. Which type of fallacy may be identified? Where you can get the PDF of this class. If it was in Unacademy free platform, you are able to download. But as it is a YouTube, you can't able to download it. Yesterday PDF, you can able to download up to a 35 question. Answer for this question is Vyapatva Siddha. The hill has a smoke because it has a fire. The fallacy may be identified. It's Vyapatva Siddha. Vyapatva Siddha. Look at what is this Vyapatva Siddha when this fallacy will occur. When the subject is unknown or unfounded, which is Asraya Siddha, will happen. When the predicate is unknown or unfounded, which is Swarupa Siddha, will happen. When the major term, minor term is not having a proper relation, comes our mismatching of this or misplacing of this major and minor term will be comes under the Vyapatva Siddha. Misplacing of a variable, misplacing of a minor and major term comes under the Vyapatva Siddha. You can look at the hill has a smoke because it has a fire. Wrong. The hill has a smoke because it has a fire. The reason is that the hill has a fire because it has a smoke. That is how the sentence has to be there. So here the minor and middle term has been exchanged, or else it would be coming the proper sentence, I would say. The hill has a smoke because it has a fire. It must be there is a smoke on the hill because it has a fire. So here misplacing of a minor term as well as a major term. Ulta they stated. Ulta. This has to be here, this has to be here. That is why it is Vyapatva Siddha. Misplacing of a minor term with a major term. Right? Are you getting the point now? All knowable objects are nameable. The pot is a knowable object. Therefore, the pot is nameable. Which type of fallacy? Sorry, which type of inference? Yes, correct Shalini. Ulta not possible. We can infer only in one way. Vice versa not possible. Option 1 is the correct answer. Every statement is positive in nature. Positive statement, positive conclusion comes under the Keval Anvayi. When it is negative statement, negative conclusion, Keval Vetareki. When the both positive and negative are there, that is Anvayi Vetareki. So Keval Anvayi, all positive instances, Keval Vetareki, which is negative instances, Anvayi Vetareki, both positive and negative instances. Next question. In terms of the Indian logic, this hill has a smoke which is invariably associated with a fire. Is called as an pratigya or preposition. Universal concomitance together with an example. Upanaya, the application of universal concomitance to the present case. Conclusion or a nigamana are drawn from the preceding preposition. Good evening, Vikrant. What is this by? This hill has a smoke which is invariably associated. This is actually what? Reaffirmation or reconfirmation. Reaffirmation in a Indian logic language, what? It is an fourth step of the Pun technique, that is Upanaya. Just a confirmation of the Pratijna is called as an Upanaya. That is reaffirmation. Upanaya, the application of universal concomitance to the present case, which is this. Confirming, reaffirmation. Right, when the middle term is both positive and negative. Just now I was telling you. Pukad answer. Fast. Yes, superb. A unique answer is coming. If you are not getting correct answer for this question also after explanation, then obviously you have to think. So here both positive and negative, which is Anvayi Vetareki, is the one. Anvayi Vetareki, first positive instances, negative instances, both positive, negative put together under the one is an Anvaya Vetareki. Next, identify those which illustrate the fallacy of unproved middle term. Fallacy of unproved middle term. Fallacy of unproved middle term. Yesterday was commerce, Ranjit. This is paper 1. Huh? But I think this time we can have a more members also. Because this is the evening time. Nah? So option 1 is the given answer, A, B, C. This is simply unproved middle term means, can I say asiddha? This is simply a fallacy of unproved middle term, which is aSiddha. aSiddha is of three types. aSiddha is of three types. That is Ashraya Siddha, Swarupa Siddha, Vyapatva Siddha. Just now I have told you when the minor term is unknown, when the major term is unknown, when the minor and major term is misplaced to each other is Vyapatva Siddha. Unknown or unproved. Correct. Guys, do hit a like button if you like this session. Please do hit a dislike button if you dislike this session. So answer for this question is 1, which is both the statements are correct. Upmiti is defined as a knowledge of relationship between a word and its denotation. By upamiti, these are the words which is used in the upmana, and verbal testimony is the trustworthy person statements. So trustworthy person consists of understanding and its meaning. So verbal testimony is indicating the words which is spoken by the trustworthy person, which is understanding and its meaning. Let me tell you 3 words in the upmana. Upumeyam is a subject of the knowledge. Upmanam is the object of the comparison. Samanya or upmiti is attributes or a charmingness. Let me put it in the example form. If a boy says her face is like a moon in charmingness, her face is upameyam, and here moon in with what you are comparing, moon with moon we are comparing, that is upamanam, and charmingness is an attribute that you are adding over here to indicate that comparison, that is charmingness, which is a upamiti as samanya. Next, what type of cognition is beyond the ambit of perception? So answer is that 3 is the correct answer. Nivikalp pratyaksh, cervical pratyaksh. 2 types are there. Nivikalp is beyond the ambit of perception. By Nivikalp is indeterminate, cervikalp is determinate. Nivikalp is the first stage of perception when we don't know anything. When we know something, that is determinate, which is cervikalp. So having experience, not having experience of knowledge. Having experience, cervikalp, not having experience is a Nivikalp, simply. When we are seeing, when we are perceiving for the first time, that is Nivikalp. When we are perceiving for the multiple times after getting an experience, that is cervical. Golden Mountain is fiery because it is smoky. It is Ashraya Siddha, because I already told you Ashraya Siddha is an unfounded minor term or unknown minor term, and Swarupa Siddha is an unfounded or unknown major term. So here Golden Mountain, is there anything called as a Golden Mountain that is in your knowledge? So we don't know what is the meaning of Golden Mountain. We didn't even heard about it till now. So with a full of gold only, the mountain is there. Golden Mountain is fiery. That is Ashraya Siddha, because nothing called as a Golden Mountain is existed. Ashraya Siddha minor term is unknown. Yes, like Sky Lotus. Which of the following systems of Indian philosophy are anti-ethical to the Vedas? Anti-ethical means rejecting the Vedas or opposite to the Vedas. So answer for this question is 3. Buddhism, Jainism, Charvakas are anti-ethical to the Vedas because this is, you can just see, is it an Astic philosophy or Gnostic philosophy? This is an heterodox. Heterodox school of philosophies, which is Buddhism, Jainism, Charvakas. One more is also there, Ajvika, which is anti-ethical to the Vedas. Whereas ethical to the Vedas, Purva and Uttar Mimamsa, as well as Nyaya philosophy, as well as Yoga, as well as Sankhya philosophy, and moreover what? Total 5, na? Vedanta, Nyaya, Sankhya. What is another by? Somewhere we missed out someone. One miss. Sankhya, Vaiseshikas. Correct. Vaiseshika. Next. Asiddha is a fallacy when the middle term is. Yoga written, Sarvani. Asiddha. How many times this Asiddha is coming by? They're asking again and again. They like Asiddha very much. Asiddha. Asiddha is an unproved or unknown, unfounded middle term. The distinction between Laukik, Alaukik is made with reference to which of the following pramanas? Laukik and Alaukik. Which of the following pramanas? Laukik and Alaukik. So answer for this question is option number C, which is Pratyaksh, perception. So there are two kinds of Pratyaksh, that is direct, indirect. Direct is ordinary, indirect is extraordinary. Direct is by experience, indirect is by smriti or a memory. So Laukik, the direct is also called as an Laukik or a Sadharan, and indirect is also called as an Alaukik, which is Asadharan. Sadharan is based on the two things, which is inner and external senses. Inner sense are, that is mansa, which is a feeling, cognitive, mind, pain, desire. And Laukik 5 sense of external is bahya, which is eyes, nose, tongue, skin, ears. These are the 5 sense of organ. Alaukik is of 3 types. Samanya, which is universal, Samanya Lakshana, Gyan Lakshana, which is based on the attributes, and which is Yogaja. Yoga is ultimate for perceiving a past or a present or a future. This is what Yogaja. Next. Any pramana, it does not accepted by any pramanas. As far as we are having a knowledge, because we are not expert in philosophy and all, na? If we go in depth, we might be knowing about it, but as of now, yes, it is not. Which of the following pramanas is used by classical Indian school of logic to prove the existence of the God? So answer for this is option number D. Inference, which is Anumana, will be used to prove the existence of the God. Classical Indian school of logic uses inference as a proof to provide to prove the existence of the God. The evidence is called that helping in acquiring the knowledge of the truth. So Gautama has given 4 types of proofs, that is perception, inference and comparison and verb, that is verbal testimony. In that, inference is the main one, which is used for proving the Indian school, proving the existence of God. Even the other 2 options are also available, but here comparison is also available, perception is also available, but out of that, inference is covering both of the cases, which is universal truth. Why not see? That is what I am saying. See, perception, have you seen the God means nobody can say anything. Even though Gautama has given that one, but nobody has said anything. Have you seen the God? Yes, I have seen in the temple. We can say only that one. But inference is nothing but after getting some sort of a knowledge, we are trying to infer with a proper reason only possible in the Anumana. Yogaja is intuitive, pertain to which of the following pramanas? Yogaja is a verbal testimony. Yogaja is related to perception. Just now I explained. In the alaukik, which is the indirect perception or a knowledge, alaukik, which is asadharan, samanya lakshana, gyan lakshana, yogaja. The third part which they are asking is over here. Samanya lakshana, gyan lakshana, yogaja. Next. Which of the following is not correct with reference to Anumana according to the classical Indian school of logic? Guys, do hit a like button if you like this session. And do not forget to hit a dislike button if you dislike this session. So answer is that option number D is the given answer, which is Hetu is the minor term. Which of the following is not correct with reference to Anumana according to the classical Indian school of logic? Not correct. Hetu is a minor term. Nai bhai. Hetu is the hero. Hero matlab not minor term. It is of middle term. Hetu is a middle term. Sadhya is a major term. Paksha is a minor term. And Lingara sadhana is a middle term. Correct. Next. Devdatta is fat and he does not eat during the day. Therefore, Devdatta is eating during the night time. The above example is suitable in case of. Option B is the given answer, that is implication. Whenever Devdatta is coming, the answer Devdatta, Krishnadatta, all these are implication only. Devdatta is when he is not eating during the day means we are assuming by having this statement in our hand, we are assuming that he might be eating at the night time. Because of that only he became fat. That's what an imagination or assumption or a postulation or arthapati that we are making, which is an implication pramana over here. It's an invalid source of knowledge. It may be true in all the cases, it may not be true in all the cases. That depends. It's an imagination. Assumption of an unperceived fact in order to reconcile to apparently inconsistent perceived fact is known as, in Indian logic, as. C is the given answer, Attapati, which is an implication. Again, unperceived fact in order to reconcile to apparently inconsistent perceived fact. To apparently inconsistent perceived fact is known as. By here, we are taking assumption of unperceived, that Krishnadatta is eating in the night time. based on the inconsistent perceived fact that we know he is not eating in the daytime. He's not eating during the daytime. That is what the known fact, which is inconsistent or consistent, irrespective of it. Based on that, we are perceiving unperceived one, which is he might be eating at the night time or he might not be eating. Because of not eating also, he may become fat. So it could be any reason. Consider the example provided below. This gavaya is like my cow. This is an example. I gave another example instead of the cow. Girl example is there, right? Going to one girl and saying, hey, you are looking like my girlfriend only. Ek tappad mare to. Comparison is the correct answer. Just simply comparing with gavaya is a wild cow. Gavaya is a wild cow. And this is a village. In our home it will be there. Village or a town cow. So wild cow, when he look at the wild cow, he's just trying to compare the similarities between the wild cow and in his home cow. Which of the following is not necessary steps when you present an argument based on inference before the others according to the Indian school of logic? So answer for this question is B, Upamana. Not a necessary step when you present an argument based on inference before the others according to the classical school of Indian logic. That means example always, sorry, Upamana means a comparison always not required. Upamana is a comparison, right? The comparison is not always required when you wanted to argue about it. So comparison is only required whenever it is useful for making the others to understand, but comparison is not always a necessary step to follow it. Because this is Upamana is a pramana, whereas remaining are the steps of Indian logic, that is PUN. PHUUN. Pratijna, Hetu, Udaran, Upanaya, Nigmana. Upamana is a separate pramana, which is a dependent source of knowledge. So answer for this question is 4. Inference in Indian logic is rooted in invariable concomitance between the middle and major term. By when the relationship between the middle and major term, this is called as an what? Vyapti. This is called as an what? Vyapti. So based on the Vyapti only entire inference will work. Consider the example provided below. बस हो गया, मस्त हो गया ना. आफ्टर हाफ एन आवर ओनली खत्म. there is no jar now on the ground. Identify the means of knowledge, which is anu upalabdhi. Upalabdhi means existence. Anupalabdhi means non-existence. So when we are speaking about something which is not existed, it comes under the anupalabdhi. Non-existence. Anupalabdhi. Non-availability or not existent. Those who are not listening to this live session is not there here. Correct? Those who are not listening to this live session is not there in our class. That's what anupalabdhi. It's like confirming about a non-existence. Yes, Jatiratnalu movie dialogue. So, my dear Devdatta, you are coming and giving us 2 marks. Pukad. Atpati. Again implication. So, he is not eating the food during the daytime. So, he might be eating at the night time. The regular example is containing Atpati. The distinction between savikalp, nivikalp is made with respect to which of the following pramanas? Option B is the given answer, Pratyaksh. Distinction between savikalp, nivikalp is given in which of the pramana? Pratyaksh. So there are 2 kinds of pratyaksh, I already told you. Savikalp, nivikalp, which is laukik, alaukik. So savikalp is an, whereby I added this one. Actually savikalp, I'll tell you, wait. There are 2. I think I already explained, but let us. Savikalp, nivikalp. Indeterminate, determinate. By way of experience, after getting a knowledge, this is for the first time, beyond the perception. Stages. The term Paksa, according to the classical Indian school of logic, refers to which of the following terms in the process of inference? So answer for this question is option number C. That is minor term. Paksha, according to the Paksa, is a minor term. So Paksha, subject, hill, Vyapaya, Pakka and Gamaka. These are the minor terms, other names. Middle term Hetu, minor term Paksha and major term Sadhya. Which one of the following hetubas is involved in the argument? Sound is element because it is caused. Option A is the given answer. Viruddha and contradict are contradictory middle term. Involved in the argument, sound is element because it is caused. By caused is a middle term which is contradictory to the minor term or something. This is Viruddha means contradictory middle term. By when the how the sound is element when it is caused. If it is caused means if it causes it will come. If it produces it will come. If it didn't produce it will not come. If you produce sound will come. Suppose here I am breaking this one. If I do like this then only sound will come. If I am not doing anything sound will not come. So when it is caused the sound is not at all element. Sound is not at all element. Sound is audible when it is produced. Element means which is continuously existed. Which of the following fallacious hetu is not uniformly concomitance? Option D is the given answer, that is Savya Vichara. Savya Vichara. Which one of the following is fallacious is not uniformly concomitance with a major term, which is Savya Vichara. Savya Vichara is usually called as a word by irregular middle term. It is irregular middle term. It comes under here, irregular middle term it is. So irregular middle term means middle term is not uniformly with a major term. It is not just inconsistent with a major term. Which of the following is signified as by Udaran of Anumana in Indian logic? Udaran, which is an example. Anakantika, other name. Wah Batti. Great. Superb. Anakantika. So option D is the given answer, which is universal proposition along with an instance. Universal proposition along with an instance. Signified by Udaran of Anumana in Indian logic. Universal proposition along with an instance. This instance is what? Example. Instance is nothing but example. Example which is accepted universally, which is proved already universally. That is what we are taking, which is called as an Udaran in the Pun technique. Right? Next. So option, array. Option number B is the given answer. Statement of reason. Which of the following signified hetu? This is also repeated in 2020, 2021. This is 2019 question which you are doing, but the same question repeated in 2020 and 21. Statement of reason is an hetu. Fire is cold because it is a substance in an instance of which of the following hetubas? Fallacy of inference. Fire is cold. Fire is cold. Fire is cold. Bhadita answer. Yes, Bhadita is the correct answer. Non-inferential contradicted middle term, because here there is no inference is required, but this particular statement or this particular middle term is contradicted by other pramanas, I would say. That is, even though it is part of the Anumana, this is contradicted by perception, this is contradicted by verbal testimony, this is contradicted by even Upamana also. So by other means of pramanas, it has been rejected. It is contradicting. Whatever other pramanas already proved it, now it is disproving it. Now it is trying to change that one or contradict that one, because fire never be a cold and it is a substance. How it is a substance? Middle term substance becomes contradicted because major term coldness directly contradicted by its perception. This is not at all a cold because we can perceive fire is having a warmness or a hotness, and it is a substance that itself is wrong middle term. This major term and this is not at all matching or contradicting. Touch cold then. Yes, Rahul, I need to do experiment with you actually, so that I can explain more better with others. They will understand in a better way. So will you come? I'll do experiment. I'll give one cold fire. Option A is the given answer, which is true with reference to Anuplabdhi. I do not cognize the pot on the table, therefore it is absent there. I cannot able to recognize the pot and I can say that is absent in the table, on the table. So we are recognizing the non-existence of the pot over here. Next question. सर एग्जाम कब हो सकता है, प्लीज बता दो. मैं बताता हूँ भैया, बट द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट if I am telling something is going to happen, then I will tell. So I don't think it will happen if I am telling, so I will not tell. But as per the NTA, till the correction date, everybody is thinking that this time NTA is very serious, they are going to conduct the exam. But next day only to U-turn. Maybe in July first week, like that there is a possibility. Option B is a correct answer. Comparison is a keyword for this answer. Comparison means Upmana. According to the classical Indian school of logic, what is the correct sequence of steps involved in Anumana? Anupalabdhi means recognition of a non-existence, recognition of an absence. Shirisha is not in the class. That's what Anupalabdhi. Option D is the given answer for this. Pratijna, Hetu, Udaran, Upanayan, Nigamana. Which is here? Pratijna, Hetu, Udaran, Upanaya, Nigamana. India logic, some conceptual MCQs. Let us do. Only 9 are there. Interesting questions. And we have a 9 minutes also. What happened to the 67 by? Here inference is wrong by. Inference will not be valid knowledge. Now inference is valid source of knowledge. Anupalabdhi is invalid. So infer is the wrong word. When you know something, this is a perception. This is not about knowing. I know the absence of the part on the table. I directly perceive. This is also perceive is a pratyaksh. So one option only available, which is A. Distinction between Prachin Nyaya and Navya Nyaya was given by Gangesa. He was also founder of. So answer for this question is B. Navya Nyaya. Prachin and Navya was given by, he was also founder of Navnyaya. So Gangesha is also founder of a modern Nyaya, which is the Navya Nyaya. We assume knowledge of what we don't see from what we see can be best described under which of the following pramana? NTA told that is it Rahul? When? We assume knowledge of what we don't see from what we see can be best described under which pramana? Option B is the correct answer, Anumana. Option B is the correct answer, which is Anumana. We assume knowledge of what we don't see from what we see. What we don't see from what we see. Whatever we are seeing from that, what we are not seeing also we wanted to assume. That is Anumana, inferring from the, this is having knowledge. From after getting a knowledge, then you are trying to gain another thing. From the existing knowledge, you want to gain the next knowledge, which is Anumana. Vyapti is a relation between UGC chairman, I think Twitter chairman. He is very much active in Twitter. Later knowledge. Yes. It's a relationship between the Hetu and Sadhya, which is A. Hetu and Sadhya, which is middle term, major term. Match the following. He is a Telugu person, you know. Jagadish Kumar. In Twitter, you are only there, or you are only on Twitter? So answer is that option number right? C here. C here. That is psychological classification is a C. Puravat, Sesavat and Samanyato Drista. Sorry. Here, thoda kich hai. Wait. Psychological classification. One is 3. Keval Anvai, Keval Vetareki is and based on Vyapti. And second one is A. Swarda Pararda psychological. Puravat Sesavat Gautama classification. So psychological Swarda Pararda. Gautama is Puravat Sesavat Samanyata Drishta. Keval Anvayi, Keval Vetareki is and Vyapti. Bhai thoda kichdi hai. I'll change the options. Because here based on the explanation need to change. Not in proper. Apta Upadesh Shabda. Apta Vakyas or Apta Upadesh Shabda. It's an verbal testimony. Shabda, which is nothing but a verbal testimony, right? Next. Mimamsa philosophy, which was mentioned in Mimamsa Sutra, was written by. Option A is the given answer, that is Gemini or Gemini. Gemini is known to be a founder of Mimamsa Sutra, which is a philosophy is mentioned. The philosophy originated from Mithila city, which is Maithili speaking region of Bihar and Jharkhand. It deals with aspects of Vedanta. Which among the following two additional pramanas introduced by Kumarila Bhatt? Additional pramanas introduced by Kumarila Bhatt. Option D, that is Anupalabdhi, Arthapati. These both are given by Kumarila Bhatt. Kumarila Bhatt. So other knowledge, these two are invalid source of knowledge. Invalid, not valid in all the cases. It is invalid source of knowledge. And immediate knowledge of the non-existence of an object is drawn under which of the following pramana? So answer is that D, that is Anupalabdhi. Non-existence matlab Anupalabdhi. Next. Fallacies in Indian logic is a sense referred as an Pratyaksh Hetubhas and Shabda Vyapti. Fallacies in Indian logic. It is Hetubhas. In Indian logic, fallacies are termed as an Hetubhas, which is, it is Hetva Abhas. Hetu Abhas means which is contradicting or invalid middle term. Final question, I believe. As per the Vatsayana, Shabda Pramana can be classified as Drastanta and Adrishtanta. As per the Nyayikas, Shabda Pramana classified can be a Laukika, Alaukika. That's okay, Rahul, no issue. Answer if it is seen also. Option A is the given answer. Both statements are correct. As per the Vatsayana, Shabda can be classified as an Drastanta, Adrishtanta, because Drastanta is given, Adrishtanta in the Shabda verbal testimony. As per Nyaya and Shabda Pramana classified into Laukik, Alaukik also. Two things. Right, bhai? So that's the end of the Indian logic previous year question. 2 sessions yesterday and today put together. I have completed Indian logic previous year questions. In the YouTube, just if you want to listen my entire Indian logic now in the YouTube, just type Vodnala Shivalingam Indian logic. 3 hours marathon is available. 3 hours 40 minutes. Just type my name. You will get the class. Right? Was that and was this PYQ class, so that it will be beneficial for you. And moreover, guys, daily at 5 p.m. in the Unacademy free platform, I am taking a session. So do join with the user code of Shiva Live. You can unlock the free live session. Join into that session particular. Right? And do not forget to follow me in the Unacademy Learning app and join into my Telegram group. You will get all the updates. Unacademy space Vodnala Shivalingam is my Telegram group. So if you like this session, please do hit a like button and do not forget to subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. We'll be meeting in the next class. 9 p.m. class will not be there. Now this is what actually a 9 p.m. schedule. I shifted to 5 p.m. due to the cancellation of that Unacademy free class, right? Now at 7 p.m. all Unacademy Plus member has to attend the statistics hypothesis remaining part and the previous year questions of hypothesis and the remaining portion of a statistics like a research and data, types of data, schedule, questionnaire, type polygon, frequency polygon, histogram, pie chart, everything, those things are going to be discussed, right? Thank you so much. Bye to all. Have a great day.